Hello comrades, in this video I want to talk about my favorite game mode in Red Dead Online, and it's called Name Your Weapon, and it's gonna be such a closer look to this game mode. There will be general information, of course, tips, tricks, bad jokes and stuff like that. Let's begin with some arguments why do I like Name Your Weapon so much. And it's simple, this game mode is fun. You know, it's some sort of Call of Duty fun when you just running around, shooting here and there, non-stop action. And you know, there are 3 maps when you play in Big Showdown. Lanic Electrical that you see now on the screen, it's the most fun one, just because there are many teams. It means so many enemies around you to shoot and have fun. Second one is a little less enjoyable for me, just because there are 4 teams, it means less enemies to shoot, and it's Annensberg. And the last one is this solo mode on the tall trees with this huge map where you can run for ages without spotting any enemy. And you know what is so much bigger than I actually need to get a satisfaction.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Anyway, a few words about what this game mode is all about. For those who don't know, you can use only a limited amount of weapon: repeater, revolver, double barrel shotgun, tomahawk, and also you can pick at some point on the map bow with explosive arrows and machine gun. Also there are Carcano rifle here and there. Each weapon grants you different amount of points for kill. For example, repeater gives you 1 point, revolver 2 points, shotgun 3 points, tomahawk 6 points, and bow 9 points, which is kinda not fair, but I'll talk about that later. You can use only regular armor on your weapons, you get this for free, and also any weapon improvement doesn't affect your weapon in this game. So if you have scope on a repeater, it won't appear in this game mode. It used to be a different situation, but then it got fixed. Now let's move on to some useful tips and tricks. First, weapon choice. I strongly recommend you to use shotgun as your main weapon for this game mode on pretty much any map. It used to be a reasonable strategy to use a tomahawk, but then when melee got fixed, now it's not so effective, because any skilled player won't let you to kill him with a tomahawk in the most occasions. Now you see like skilled like me. Anyway, I really do believe that shotgun is the most wise choice for this game mode, because it grants you 3 points for kill, which is pretty good, and it has like some decent range and stuff like this. Sometimes in different situations you can swap to revolver, since weapon swap is so fast now. And on some maps, like in a regular showdown series on the oil fields, I guess that's the name of this map, you can use it as a primary weapon, but most of the time use a shotgun and you'll be fine. I don't recommend to use a repeater in most situations, just because it gives you only 1 point for kill, and with my average result on these maps of 60 points, it takes like 60 kills to achieve that, and it's super hard. And also I don't recommend you to use Carcano, since you can only use regular armor, and it means you can't make a kill with only 1 shot. You're gonna make 2, and it's kinda hard to do, you know, when anyone is running around and there are not that many of open air. That's why I recommend to use a shotgun. And if you are using shotgun, you're gonna use painted black. It's a no-brainer choice for this game mode. And you know why? Because it gives you perfect accuracy, and with painted black you're gonna kill people from pretty decent distance with shotgun. Without it, you're gonna be like, where did all my bullets go when you shooting someone pretty much with a close range. As for other ability cards, I'm using peak condition because you're gonna run a lot, and it also adds you a little bit of damage. Also I'm using unblinking eye just to spend not that much of dead eye, and with last I'm using strange medicine, because you know in this game mode you really gonna be worried about your health bar, because many people are shooting with a shotgun, and sometimes they're shooting from really far, and they're gonna hurt you but not kill you. So with strange medicine you gonna restore some amount of health. And one useful trick to know about painted black: you don't need to wait while you gonna mark the target to gain this perfect accuracy. Once you turn this ability on, you turn in Dead Eye on, it gives you perfect accuracy. But that's not the only useful tip I have for you. I'm just gonna spam them randomly, because from my own experience I have many these ideas and tricks about this game mode. I played it a lot, and despite the fact that I'm not the best PvPer in the world, I feel like I'm really good in this particular game mode, with my average result on a shotgun is around 60 points, and on a tomahawk until it got fixed with around 85 points, which is some good. Anyway, let's get straight to the point. Tip number 1: try to stay close to your teammates. Why it matters? Because in this game mode there will be many situations when both enemies missed, and it means they have no bullets in their shotgun, and in situation like that you or your teammate will easily finish this unarmed enemy, and that's like obvious. Second tip: when you see someone staying AFK, and that's gonna happen a lot unfortunately, just switch to tomahawk and get your free 6 points. Next tip is to use a hip fire, and you know this mechanics is overpowered, and I made in my Rule Language channel whole video about this, because when you hip firing you're also using an auto aim, which is weird, and hip fire is so much faster than aiming, and that's why it's gonna help you to win some precious time and finish your target off. So use this mechanics. I don't see that many people to use it for some reason, despite the fact that in a close range especially hip fire is so overpowered. Anyway, next tip is again something that for some reason, and I don't know why, most people just don't bother to do. When there is around 4 minutes left till the end of the match, you're gonna be warned that train is coming and it's gonna bring some powerful weapon. Anyway, in the next 30 seconds it will just arrive, but you gonna just run to the point where the bow will spawn. Don't waste your time on a machine gun. Only thing that machine gun can give you is like some stupid death, because you're just gonna be staying there trying to kill someone with a machine gun, which is kinda hard and not gonna do anything. When you run into the bow, switch to the repeater, because you just don't want to let anyone to get the bow instead of you. And also, once you gonna fire your both arrows that are in this bow, you wanna switch back to your shotgun. And once you got the bow, try to run to the second bow on the map, because many times no one would take it, which is kinda weird. And while you're running, just kill anyone with using painted black, because you know what, it marks like from a huge distance, and since explosive arm arrow is a one-shot kill, it's super easy to kill enemies, and sometimes you're gonna kill 2 at once. And I remind you that you getting 9 points for each kill, which is insane, because it's super easy to kill with this bow anyone. So just run to the bow, and if you're playing in a team, somehow communicate and make sure that all team members will do the same, because you have to ensure that you gonna get the bow. Difference between you getting the bow and not getting the bow is gonna be huge. It's gonna be 18 points or more, because sometimes people just not bother at all to get the bow, and I can get not 1 bow but 2. Next tip: be careful when you jump in. You just saw a person trying to jump, and I just waited a little bit and then killed him. So jumping is not so effective as you might think, especially when you're playing against some experienced player, because they just gonna take a break and then shoot you when you can do nothing. Only thing when you really have to jump is in a situation like this, where your player or your enemy is behind you, so you will jump and try that he's not that good and he's not gonna kill you, because when he has this positional advantage there is not so much you can do, so you can try at least to jump. And you just saw me a few times in a row using this hip fire tip that I also already gave you, and it's really important. The only thing you have to figure out is the distance at which this hip fire is the most effective. And once you'll do with your experience, you see the great improvement, at least in this game mode. Next tip, which is very useful, especially on this tall trees map, is don't try to follow someone when you see him running in a different direction, because while you're gonna chase him on the map, someone will spawn behind you and just kill you, and that's not gonna work. If you see someone running around, just let him run, doesn't matter. And I hope, guys, you enjoyed this format of closer look to some stuff. I want to do the same closer look on, let's say, Springfield rifle, because it's one of my favorite weapons. And place a like if you liked it. Write in the comments below what do you think about this game mode and my tips and tricks and stuff like that. And thank you for watching. Goodbye. See ya.